welcome to Cal IT2's theater. This is the third performance of Ideas, and we're having a whole series. So we're doing weekly performances throughout the quarter. And we're really happy to have Strange Journeys here tonight. This is Joshua Tonies, who you probably already know. And then also joining us is going to be Alexander Jarman for the panel, and Unjem Park also joining us for the panel. So without further ado, I will hand it over to Josh.
If you had an interest in actually navigating the image yourself, sort of, it's how it's intended, is not for me to direct it to you, but for you to actually, you hold down the trigger button, and then to move left and right, you just click the left button and drag it to the right. To move it to the left, you essentially do the same thing. To zoom in and out, you hold this right button down and pull in closer. When I was developing this, I was thinking about the way a static image could have a kinetic quality and have, I guess initially I had this idea that it had a correspondence with animation, and that if we were able to seamlessly move the image right now, I guess there would be this connection that I'm talking about. I think it might be just a matter of it loading. So partially, it started through a fellow in Pittsburgh when I was living in the Mid-Atlantic. There was one of my neighbors had a collection of money, and I thought, oh wow, I would like to do something with that. So yeah, this initial image was constructed with that original set of images, and it was kind of a little bit of a dream to be able to work at a scale like this, to consider how an image could function in the context of this scale and this sort of larger-than-life backlit like quality. But putting these things, stacking them next to each other, and kind of thinking about their ability, their directive as a form of exchange, I think is an interesting like visual problem and compositional problem. For this image, it was, I guess it was like sculpturally composed, thinking in terms of space and sequencing in relationship to this series of collaborative performances that I think it happened in the end of the winter quarter. But there was this functioned as a kind of graphic score. And the elements were nested and sequenced in dialogue with a series of performances, and that were like musical and improvisational, and they happened in this space actually, and this functioned as a sort of immersive installation during the first part of the performance, and then it translated into a backdrop, I think, in between one of the performances as well. So joining me on the panel is Alexander Jarman and Unjem Park. So I'm going to start off by explaining the work in a sort of a larger context, and I'm going to spend a little bit of time describing the influences and curiosities that led to the construction of this. So the first thing I'm going to show you is a hand scroll from, it's titled, let's see here, sorry. It's actually a two-part scroll. The first part is called Return Clearing, and the second part is Departure Herald. But it's a 33-foot scroll. I guess in total, it's over 60 feet. Here's a preview of it. It's a depiction of this departure and return to the capital after a battle. I think what I'm most interested in about it, rather than the specifics of its history, are its capacity to create this dynamism, this type of motion implied in a static image, and activate a static space and capture in a great resolution and detail as an image, thinking of the image as a technology. I feel like its capacity to explain